This just feels too ominous. I don't want to continue, really. Good day to all and everyone out there. My name is Quazzar, and welcome back to the Beginner's Guide. Now, last time, well, it was weird. So the creator of the games that this game is showing is that he went through a lot of creative blocks, some forced labor into like wanting to make something but couldn't really get it right. So some inner conflict and other such things, but...
And this is where I have trouble saying anything meaningful about Coda's work. Because more than anything else, the tower just feels distant. It feels like it's trying to distance itself from the world.
True.
It's a very cold game.
I can see that. Although, I can see this as something to maybe a horror game, actually. Like maybe like a tower that you ascend, and then suddenly the higher up you go, the more like horrors you have to avoid. Oh, actually, I would really like to play a game like that. Oh Christ, like an escalating, like when you begin the game, you're just on this level, and then suddenly you're like there's almost nothing. It's cheery and happy and all of that, and the more you go up, the more like clues there is towards more sinister going on. And then suddenly, the higher you go, the more frightening it becomes.
Actually, has a maze in it.
And something like when you reach the top, it shows that I can't finish that idea. Oh, I want to make that idea. Damn. This room has a maze in it. Oh.
Except that all the walls of the maze are invisible. And then every time you touch one of the walls, there's this awful flashing and noise. So the experience is really miserable.
Yeah.
The game goes beyond not being meant to be played. It actually
fucking seizure warning then.
Really seems to despise the player for trying to play it at all. But I do want to show you the rest of the levels, so when you're ready to continue, press enter and I'll put a bridge over the maze.
Don't put a bridge up. Just make it visible instead. I want to see the maze. Come on. Oh. Hey, this looks like the thing from the Stanley Parable. What the fuck did I just say? The Stanley Parable. Like the unfinished section. Oh, this looks really, really cool, actually. I would really love to play a game like that had this type of aesthetic.
It's not like this is the first game that's needed some modification to be playable. Like the house cleaning game. You know, that one used to actually loop the cleaning chores and you just cleaned a house forever. I had to cut it off so that you could exit the house and the game would actually end. But that game had an idea that it was actually trying to communicate. What's the deeper idea behind the invisible maze?
I thought it was gonna fall. What's the idea behind the invisible... I mean, success is not something you can see yourself going towards, or maybe failure is just a step in the wrong direction. I don't know. But I mean...
The only way past this challenge is to randomly guess the 6-digit code. Like the invisible maze, it's frustrating to me. Because it's the opposite of everything else that Coda has made. It doesn't encourage thought or engagement.
I can't even pull the lever.
Of me, except a lot of my time. If I could have reached him during this time, then maybe I could have asked him. But I couldn't. I still don't really understand why this is here. I'll put the code on the ground for you here, though, so that we can move on.
I was so close. 5. Well, technically, I was very close, actually. Oh, thinking about it. Oh, damn. 1 and then 7. That is so slow. That is so slow. Oh my god. Now the noise is unnecessary, but the like background music slash sound effect of like a blaring noise it just fits with it. What the fuck is this? Ooh, a door.
The switch to open this door is actually on the other side of the door, meaning that it's literally impossible to solve from this side.
Nah,
so
we just gotta clip
even
it.
if you somehow brute forced your way through the first 2 challenges, and you got to this point, there's actually just no way to progress.
Nah, I just gotta clip it.
And it's scary for me. The
no
idea
clip.
of Coda cutting himself off entirely. Just saying, you know, that's it. That's the end of the conversation. Not giving me any way to fix the problem.
No. You just
feel like a failure, I guess.
You just gotta feel like a ghost.
Fix the problem.
Feel like a ghost and you can just phase right through it.
I can open this door for you, so let me do that.
No, I want to ghost it. Where the fuck's the lever? Here it is. Hey! Hey!
Was I a failure for not understanding this game? I don't know
Let's
why
just
I
close
would be.
that.
It's not like everything needs to have a solution, but I feel it somehow.
Oh yeah, not everything needs a
I
solution.
failed, and I don't understand why.
You never fail. Honestly, like, or well, in a technicality, when it comes to your friends having some trouble in their life,
I remember. It's June of
you can never really fail.
2011. I'm playing this for the very first time, and as I'm playing, I'm thinking to myself, I don't know this person. I have no idea who this person is. It wasn't the guy I knew. It wasn't my friend. I had come to so many conclusions from looking at all of his work up to this point, and then suddenly none of them...
Oh.
I had been trying to, though. That was the thing. For years, I was trying to get to know him, to understand who he actually was and what he stood for. I asked him so many times to please just tell me what his games mean to him. I asked him please to tell me what the 3 dots mean. And he wouldn't.
I should also mention that he did say this is the last game that he made, so I really hope I didn't cut it off too short last time, and then I'm just gonna get to the end of this one and suddenly I have like 5 minutes recorded, even though I'm like further than that into the video, but still. I really love the aesthetic of this game. I want a game like I want a game with this aesthetic. Oh, really?
I just felt so strongly that if I could have connected with him, that if I could have somehow made his work my own, that I would finally be once and for all happy. It was that I needed to see myself in someone else. I needed to be someone other than me. But he stopped and left. And it felt somehow like I had failed.
I mean, I know I'm repeating myself here, but I want a game something like I want to play a game that somewhat has this type of aesthetic to it, because you can see a lot of potential here, just from the like look of the game. But well, you can't really get everything perfect. Well, I say perfect, but you wouldn't really be able to get the idea of what I'm thinking about exactly on paper. So, where did you screw up? You didn't. Not really. Everyone has their flaws. It's not like you can prevent everyone from being from like their own failures. Dear Davey, thank you for your interest in my game.
reason that you stopped making games.
I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore.
It's because of what I did. I poisoned it for you.
What? What? Oh, now it's sad, and no music, and oh god, I feel. Thank you for your interest in my games. I need to ask you not to speak to me anymore. Ah.
I don't think I ever told you this, but when I took your work and I was showing it to people, it actually felt... it felt as though I were responsible for something important and valuable.
I wonder at times whether you think I am making these games for you. No, I would really expect him to be making the games just to feel satisfied for the fact that he's actually doing something. Yeah, I understand the direction it's showing.
And the people who played them, they treated me like I was important.
You interfere...
They really listened.
You infected my personal space that it's possible...
and cared about what
it's possible I
had
did
to
begin
say.
to plant solutions.
Even though I was showing
in
your
work
work
somewhere hidden between games.
I felt good about myself. Finally. For a moment, while I had that, I liked myself.
Oof. If there was an answer, a meaning, would it make you any happier? Not really. When it comes to... most people would just have questions instead of answers, except for researchers and those who are looking at the world. Would you stop taking my games and showing them to people against my wishes? Well, I mean, that is true. Like, don't put people's work out there against their will. I did say in a previous video it's a good thing to do that, but like still seek their permission to do so. Like at least they're more finished works instead of like smaller ones. Giving them something that is not yours to give, violating the one boundary that keeps me safe. Would you stop changing my games? Stop adding lampposts. He added the fucking lampposts. They were even such a good metaphor to like have something to like have a destination though. That's still a good thing. Like have a destination for your like games, ideas, stories, even like a show or a movie. Like know your destination first. Would you simply let them be what they are?
And I didn't have anything left to show people. I just had to be with myself. And as soon as that happened, there was no feeling at all. Nothing. Less than nothing.
When I am around you, I feel physically ill. Ooh. You desperately need something and I cannot give it to you. I literally do not have it. Okay, so it did say earlier that stop adding lampposts to my game. Are you adding these texts as well? Like, are these games technically just you, or am I reading too much into this? Struggling to come up with new ideas is not making me depressed. Low points are just a part of the process. True. Creating something small. Like it's a good warm up for your ideas to create something smaller. Maybe like create a little bit of a mini game instead of an actual full game, so you can have more or wider ideas, and then suddenly you think of something that you never thought of before while you're making it, and then suddenly your main work gets more processed or bigger or even more fun to make. The fact that you think I am frustrated or broken says more about you than me. What? Okay, what is happening? Like, is it really like you? Is it the narr? I forget the names. Is it? What was it? Coda. I'm just gonna go out on a limb here and say this Coda guy probably maybe doesn't exist, and it's you that's talking to yourself and doing this. I realize that this doesn't make sense to you just yet, which is fine. You're not my problem to solve, but I do hope that one day it clicks and that you make peace with this thing you're wrestling.
I'm afraid that I did something really stupid because I don't like myself.
And when you finally see what I am talking about, don't say anything. Ooh, this is a bigger space. Ah, shush. Go away. I don't want anything to do with you.
That's why I'm releasing this collection of your work. Is because I haven't been able to find any other way to reach you. I've tried everything. And so a part of me has hope that if I put this compilation out into the world, and if I put my name on it, that maybe enough people will play it so that it'll find its way to you, so that I can tell you that I'm sorry.
Right.
I know I screwed up. If I apologize to you truly and deeply, will you start making games again? Please, I need to feel okay with myself again. And I always felt okay as long as I had your work to see myself in. I mean, is something wrong with me?
No.
Because I know that I did an awful thing, and I'm doing it again right now. Like, I'm showing people your work, but
yes.
I can't stop myself from doing it. That's how badly I need to feel something again, like I'm an addict. There has to be something wrong with me. Can I apologize? What if I tell you I was wrong? Will that work? Will that fix it? I don't know. I don't think it will, but there's nothing else that I can do. Just tell me what you want. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Please, start making games again. Please help me. Please give me some of whatever it is that makes you complete. I want whatever that wholeness is that you just summoned out of nothing and you put into your work. You were complete in some way that I never was. I want to know I want to know how to be a good person. I want to know how not to hate myself. Please. I'm fading, and all I want is to know that I'm going to be okay.
Epilogue. Right. So, Alright, it's that requires some thinking about. Really?
More love, more praise, more people telling me that I'm good. Always more.
Yes, you're an
like
addict.
A disease.
It's not like a disease, it's like an addiction. You get something good, you want it again, but when you can't get it, you want to make something more that might get you to have that again. It's addiction. It's not a disease. A disease is something that would just make you weaker. But yeah, I understand
Solution.
what he's trying to say.
Solution.
That is not where I was. Did the train move while I was in there? Oh no, this is just one train car in the middle of a... Wow. Alright. So that's a bit crazy. So you want to make more games,
I guess
sure.
if someone had told me ahead of time that he just really enjoyed making prison games, maybe I wouldn't have thought he was so desperate. I wouldn't have told so many people that he was depressed.
Yeah.
Maybe he just likes making prisons.
Yeah. That's also a problem. A lot of people read too much into stuff, but still, you sometimes need to do that, so you might get something right in case there is something wrong, and then you figure out that maybe you are reading too much into this, and then suddenly your thought process goes all whack, and well, life is difficult. So that's just how it is. You can't have everything. You can't do everything. Like, do what you feel is right, but try to think of the other person's feelings before you do that, in case there is another person that you're doing something with.
Even now, the disease is telling me to stop. Don't show people what a shitty person you are. They'll hate you.
He's not. If you stop doing something you like, it doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. It just means your brain wants to take a little bit of a break, because it's the good thing you have. Like, you want to do something that you like, well, do it. But if you want to take a break from it, take a break. There is burnout. There is like creative block in case you're creating a game. If you're an artist, a musician, even just regular work, there's always burnout, and that's why it's good to have, well, like, free time. When you have free time, do something that would take your mind off it instead of doing more of it. Even though you would like it all the time, you still should take a break from it, because otherwise you'll just feel less and less happy about it. Oh, what is this? Am I in a cave? Ooh. Ooh, this looks... Ah. Oh, this... Oh, Oh, so many ideas that I want to do, but I don't know how to make games. Shit. Well. Oh, good, good. This looks ominous. I like it.
If I knew that my life depended on finding something to be driven by other than validation, what would that even be? It's strange, but the thought of not being driven by external validation is unthinkable. Like, I actually cannot conceive of what that would be like.
Right. So he can't think of any he can't feel any drive without like motivation from others. Right. Well, that is one way to feel happy about what you're doing, but you should always find it. You should always find what you're doing like fun for yourself instead of what others think. Like, if you're doing it for someone else, do something completely different. Unless you want that person to be happy, sure, you can, but it doesn't always mean you have to. Take a little break from it at least. Like, if you want to finish it, if you want to do it, well, you can. But still take some breaks from it, otherwise you're just gonna be sad. But, yeah. Also, is this like epilogue thing, is that his games or still like the games this his friend made? I cannot remember names.
I think I need to go.
Yes, you need to go take a little bit of a break.
I'm sorry, because I know that I said that I would be here, and
well, I say that, but this is an old game, so I should really say that I should really say that just to clarify. But yeah.
And I would walk you through this, but I'm starting to feel like I have a lot of work to do.
True.
I have a lot that I need to make up for, and so I'm just gonna. Okay.
Okay. Calm down. Just calm down. Just take a little breather. Just walk away from the computer. Walk away from any device near you. Take 20 minutes out and just take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath and ask yourself, should I take a break right now? Like, should I take a pause? Like, at least a day-long pause, like 24 hours. An actual 24 hours before anything else, just to reset your brain. Ding. Oh, there's no sound? Oh. Up. Alright. Up. Alright. These environments, they look so awesome. I wish these were fully fleshed games, but that's what this game is trying to tell me, that they can't really finish the games, and then suddenly I feel a rush that I just want to play through a game that has the aesthetics of the things that... Oh shit, can I not jump up? Damn it. Okay, stairs. Alright, let's just go down the shaft. Alright, what's this? Oh, it's an elevator. It's very slow, but we're getting there. It doesn't even get flush with the floor. God damn it! Oh. Oh, we're back here. Wait. I say back here, but this might be a different one. It just looked familiar, but there was a clock in the middle before. And these weren't... well, actually, this might be lower. So if I go all the way up here, it might be... it might look... No, never mind, this is the corridor. Well, I say corridor, but this looks like a tunnel. Is that the laser from, like, the space game? It is the laser. So, are you gonna lift me up like the previous one did? Well, no. Well, yes, actually, yeah. Okay. Alright, let's see. Hello? Oh, hello! A maze. Don't tell me I need to do that. Like, no. It's probably just like a metaphor. For something. I have no idea what's going on. Is there even a way anywhere? Yes, there's one. I'm trying to find like a way that is. No, I reached the dead end. Ah, shit. No, I lost myself. Well, this is quite the puzzle. Okay, ow! Noise! Don't do that.
Turn back from this cave. You said, let me prove that I'm brave. Let me keep going. But the cave goes for miles and miles and miles.
I hope this isn't copyrighted.
And you're so tired.
Additional things, da da da, da da da, and da da da.
That you're strong. So turn
Ah.
turn back.
Right. So, I don't exactly know if this is supposed to be an actual game that's just showing a perspective of sorts with... Well, I mean, if this is a game just having a story of, like, a person... Like, if the person is real, I wouldn't really want to score it, because it's a jumble of multiple games of a person that went through a struggle. Well, didn't really go through a struggle apparently, and was forced to be looked at like that because the other one wanted them to make more games. And what I should really have the names for them, but well, still. So, in general, it is really heartbreaking to think about the fact that your friend would stop doing things that you see them as, like, doing, sort of a thing. Like, if you know they've done this for a long time, but then suddenly they stop, you would really feel like they've lost their way. Of course, that's just a regular point in life, because, well, most people don't like change, and change is something that happens all the time. But something as big as a person stopping what they love to do, well, that can be just heartbreaking. But, well, okay. So the concept itself, putting games together to show off the games of your friend, it turned out quite sad in the end. like, of course, it was a bit sorrowful. Well, sad in the start, but not as sad in the start as he felt like he was hopeless. Something was wrong with him, like he was diseased. Although it's more of an addiction, but the concept itself, well, it's actually well done, well executed, and a lot of the narration actually felt. Well, I shouldn't say that it felt real. Like, possibly it could be real, but I have no idea. I should look that up. But still, I mean, if you're gonna make a game like this, well, you would at least do it right. But the concept, I'm saying about a 7.2. Like, it's well executed, but I feel like if you in reality would put out the works of your friend to the world, you should at least like ask for their permission. You understand that you need permission from a person to give out their works, no matter who it is. Even if it is like your family, you still need to ask for their permission. But the atmosphere feels fantastic. It's well worked on. The music, it feels correct, although it feels a bit bland. That might be rude to say, but I'll give that an 8. Well, the levels themselves, well, that's just it just looks like multiple different games it's put together. Well, that's basically what it wants you to see. So, an 8. Atmosphere, fun. Well, it's a narrating game. It's more of a walking simulator mostly, because the only thing you were technically doing is the lever puzzle with the 2 doors, and then like choice choosing, like the speech choosing, and a lot of the times I felt like that was too drawn out. Even like with the concept of this game where it's like a friend, like the games of a friend, and like if the games had all that dialogue, you could have still cut that dialogue down a little bit, just accentuating the most important parts that would show the like idea of what you're trying to convey. But still, the fun, it's about a 6. I did feel a little bit bored for some reason. I think I'm heartless. I think my heart is stone. I mean, it stopped pumping blood years ago, but still. Anyways, this has been Quazzar, signing out, and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. You can even turn off the narration. Well, alright.